I think it's just naturally a time for me to go back to 19 years ago, what I was trying to do then. But I mean, what's different about this album compared to the last one is it's just much more live. Everything on it is live, everything on it's played all the way through. We did set out on this album to really think about crafting songs, and crafting songs is a lot different than just making a song. But basically, no matter how complex the tunes are, with loads of strings and horns and everything in it, when they're finished, you should theoretically be able to strip it back down to just the guitar and the voice. And if you can do that and the song still comes over, you've done the job, you know.
We've ended up here because we're trying to drag Jay out of his comfort zone and get him in a good studio, and it's a studio we've both worked at a lot, and we know it, and it's good, it works, it's conducive to work.
Primarily, I wanted to do something that I wanted to, dare I say, act my age. If you're not 19 and you're not 21 anymore and you're 40, you know, your audience has got older, and although obviously the audience for us is across the board, I wanted to do something that suited me at 40, that's something I was comfortable with, and in the coming years, you know.
The idea of this was basically to get the sound of a band in a studio, because at Jay's it's been overdubbed and it's been one person there for a bit, then they leave, and they, you know, it's starting to feel a bit bitty. It's losing its kind of groove, really, for want of a better word. It's just good for them to be in a big room, that they get what they want. All the musicians get what they want. It's just about giving them enough for them to do their job, really.
It's much to do with how they feel as the actual, you know, sonics of it. Because the size of this room means that everybody can go and sit down and have a chat without feeling like they're getting in the way. And
yeah, I mean, even the control room in there. Bigger, isn't it? There's a superhighway
There's this little period, you know, at the end of the sort of 70s, you know, 77, 78, you know, Stones, Rod Stewart, you know, Roxy Music, Bowie. And I know it's a very different bag. That was the ballpark of where I wanted to be with it, you know, just sound-wise and feel-wise. And I just didn't want it to be too shiny. I think the initial words were, not with all of it, but something was a lo-fi. When it comes back in, off the chorus, it's a bit, yeah. You know, I mean, it's a question of trying to spin around that line, isn't it?
I just think Jamiroquai, they're a band, you know. I know it's Jay, but they're a band, and they should sound like a band. They should sound like a band in a studio, and there's not a lot of albums you get that from. You know, you put yourself in that room with them. That's the idea, really. Okay, got a good feeling about this one. That's 2 o'clock, half 2 in the morning, when everyone's sort of strumming around and no one quite knows what to do, and everybody's just about to go to bed, and I'm saying, no, we can't go to bed yet, we've got to do something. And then, of course, you know, half a bottle of scotch in and 20 cigarettes, and you suddenly think, you know, and then lyrics jotted down in, you know, 20, 25 minutes, and then you think, okay, this is working, this is really working. Most of that's happened on this album. I think it's worked well. And you know, what's changed? Well, you know, I've used my voice differently on this, for sure. Because it's all very well doing that high velocity, you know, I've got tight underpants squeaking, but every now and again, you just want to cool it all down, and tracks like Hurting. It's the queen, and it's just things ain't changing, but no, I must. I've been hurting. Get
The pressure is on him. It's, you know, it's not through a label at the minute, so he's paying for it. And even more important than that, it's the creative bit of it that he feels the pressure of. Because it's a very hard thing to say, the album's done and the songs are written. And he is in charge, he's very much the boss of this.
The buzz of humming something and walking around the garden or getting an idea. I mean, Rock Dust Light Star, you know, the idea of that came from
sitting in a hotel room with a hotel bar with some really dull people. You know, you get back home, sit with the boys, with Rob and the guitar. And again, round again, yeah. But you got to remember, now we're on this. I'll do the drum. 1. And then you see it come together, and it's quite. That's the special bit about it. That's the exciting bit, you know, to watch it. It's still a good buzz. Nice. It's good in there.
Yeah, that's right.
It's good, it's got a vibe in it. The buzz of the first time round was the real buzz. That was the buzz. That's what White Knuckle Ride is all about. That's exactly the point. Once you're on it, you can't get off it. It is a white knuckle ride, the whole thing. It's like, you know, you find your life just go passing you by. You just go, wow, that's 5 years ago. It was nice to have the break, get out of there, learn how to fly, and get my mind completely on something that wasn't music. And you know, and also the other thing, you want to actually have somebody else tell you you've got to do this and tell you you've got to do that and you have to do things this way. And learning to fly a helicopter, you definitely get plenty of that. I was virtually reduced to tears at some point by my instructor. Stop dicking around with the lever. I like to think that we've got a reputation for being pretty good live. People have seen that over the years, and that's what they come to expect, a show with a bit of energy and a bit of aggression to it. We are about to go on the stage in front of 53,000 people and sing our little asses off for 1 hour to warm up the crowd for the one and only great Mr. Stevie Wonder. This should be good because I think it's more my sort of crowd, I guess. It's a Stevie crowd, I suppose it's my kind of crowd as well. We've got an album coming out soon and now everything begins to take shape. That'll do it. Yeah. Keep it rolling. Once again, she's a fast persuader. Out of space, escalate out to elation in a place. Girl's got crazy rhythm. She's coming from a stranger place. We're very lucky because we've got good audiences and great fans. I still feel, you know, my best stuff is yet to come. So that was my vibe. Best stuff is yet to come.